Hello everyone. In this lecture we will be discussing about the sequential circuits. So what we know till now is we have logic gates. Logic gates. These logic gates can be used to implement logic circuits which can be either combinational or sequential. Combinational are the ones which don't have memory. Sequentials have memory and their output is dependent on past inputs and their outputs. Okay. So we'll start with our discussion in sequential circuits. The basic sequential circuit is a flip-flop. In this lecture we'll be seeing 4 types of flip-flops and 2 applications. The flip-flops being RS, JK, D, T. Using these we'll develop 2 applications. One is shift register, another is ripple counter. We'll start with our discussion of flip-flops. Flip-flop is a circuit which has memory and it stores 1 bit. Flip-flop stores 1 bit memory. These have clock signal for operation. For now, simplicity purpose, we'll avoid the discussion of clock signal. We'll start looking at our flip-flops. For space constraint, I will draw flip-flops plus so that we can compare side by side. I'll draw in 4 quadrants. First is RS flip-flop. RS is reset set flip-flop, where we'll have implementation done by using NOR gates. This is the circuit. Observe carefully that the output is dependent on earlier output also. So what we have is Q bar. The truth table, when we write Q bar, is dependent on the present values of R and S, also previous values of Q and Q bar. This is the speciality of sequential circuits, means output is dependent on present inputs and past outputs also. We'll learn the truth table. We'll write RS, 2 inputs, Q bar. So if we have this truth table, we'll have 4 possible combinations: 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. The operation of a flip-flop is in such a way that if we have inputs 0 0, whatever was the earlier output, that will continue. Q bar remains same. Means if our earlier answer was 0 1, answer will be 0 1. If earlier answer was 1 0, answer will be 1 0. We'll call this as no change state. Okay, I'll extend this table here. We call this as no change. When R is 0, S is 1. S is short for set, so Q will be set, Q bar will be opposite 0. We call this as set condition. For 1 0, 1 is telling R to be active, means reset. Q becomes 0, Q bar is written as 1. This state we are going to call as reset state. 1 1 we cannot determine, we'll call this as forbidden. Many different names are there: forbidden state, indecisive state. Means we should never give 1 1 to the input of a RS flip-flop. That will make the state confused and our RS flip-flop will be not working. We have to totally restart the work. To overcome this problem, we have our JK flip-flop. JK is short for the name of scientist Jack Kilby. How we'll design a JK flip-flop is, we'll use our same RS flip-flop. We'll have the Q bar. Instead of directly giving the values, we'll give them through AND gate. Okay, observe carefully. Instead of directly giving the values, we'll give them, I'll write a clock here, we'll apply the input J K. Okay, I have a red ink pen. I'll put a demarcation line so that we don't have a confusion. And also we are complicating the things by adding clock signal. JK we are connecting to R and S, but we'll have a condition that Q should be connected to this AND gate and Q bar should be connected to this AND gate. These will be our final Q bar. Okay, we'll discuss once again. We already have a RS flip-flop. We'll put it inside a box. Take it, use a AND gate, give two inputs JK, take outputs from the Q bar, so that we'll have the complete JK flip-flop. We'll write the flip-flops truth table. So we'll include a clock here, then J, K, Q bar. So we have combination 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Clock can be either edge triggered or level triggered. I'll indicate edge triggered, and that to positive edge. As of now, I'll expect you to remember that this flip-flop works whenever we are giving a clock. Once we give a clock, output will be generated. So for 0 0, the same answer what we had for RS flip-flop, that will be happening. For 0 1, again same. For 1 0, again same. For 1 1, we have a new option in the state called as toggle. So this is the speciality of JK flip-flop, toggle state. So what happens with our JK flip-flop is, unlike SR or RS flip-flop, this flip-flop is also called as SR. Same thing, RS, SR. This goes into intermediate or forbidden state, whereas JK goes into toggle state. So this is the advancement of RS flip-flop. JK flip-flop is a betterment of RS flip-flop. So these are the two flip-flops. We'll continue our discussion with D flip-flop. What we'll do is, we'll derive the D flip-flop using JK flip-flop. Not a compulsion, but for simplicity's purpose, we'll do this. For JK flip-flop, we'll have Q bar. We'll make this into a D flip-flop. What I will do, I'll first write the truth table, very simple truth table, because we have a single input D. D is short for delay, so only one possible combination is there. Two possible combinations, 0 1. If D is 0, Q is 0. If D is 1, Q is 1. These are opposite. How we are converting JK to D flip-flop is, observe that if J and K are shorted, output is not changed. For 0, for 1, output is toggled. So this is not our D flip-flop. This will become toggle flip-flop. We want set and reset conditions. So if we add a NOT gate here, our JK flip-flop will act as D flip-flop. If we add a NOT gate here, JK flip-flop will start operating as a D flip flop. We'll just take a example, say like we are giving 0 here. So 0 is given here, 1 is given here. So JK is given as 0 1. Q should be set. But here we have set condition, so Q will go to 1. So what we can do is either interchange JK here or convert our RS flip flop into SR flip flop, but we'll assume that this JK is made up of SR flip flop. So when we have 0 here, output will be 0. When we have 1 here, output will be 1. Same way we will implement T flip flop. What happens in T flip flop is, again we will try to implement using JK. We will short JK. Here we will not have a confusion, because whether you short K to J or J to K, one and the same. We will have the same operation of our flip flops. Because we have only one input, we will have again two possible combinations for T. 0 1 Q bar are our results. If T is 0, no change, or we can say Q bar. If T is 1, toggle. Means whatever is the output earlier, that will either remain same or it will invert, toggle, one's complement. Okay, so we'll discuss in a thorough manner, because we have all our flip flops. So what we started is, we have flip flops. These flip flops are going to be our basics for designing sequential circuits. In sequential circuits, we'll have memory, 1-bit storage devices. Flip flops are our basic building blocks. SR or RS flip flop has set and reset conditions, but when we have 1 1 on the input, our flip flop stops working. To avoid that, we go to JK flip flop, where when inputs are 1 and 1, output is going to toggle. If we short J and K using NOT gate, it will act as a delay flip flop. If we short without a NOT gate, it will act as a toggle flip flop. So these are our flip flops. We'll go with our application. Like we discussed earlier, our two applications are shift register and ripple counter. We'll take example of 3-bit shift register and 3-bit ripple counter, but we can elaborate into any bit counters and registers. So shift register, as the name indicates, shift register is a register in the sense which will store bits. Register is a combination of bits or flip flops where data is shifted. For shifting data, we'll use D flip flop. For counter or in exact ripple counter, we'll use T flip flop. Okay, how to use a D flip flop? We'll use 3